Welcome back to another episode of the Skate Escape. Let's jump right into it. This past weekend, we had the 31st annual Tampa Pro 2026. It went down, and of course, without fail, it was steeped in controversy. A guy named Rinko, who I never heard of, but I watched at first, hearing his name, seeing clips here and there in the comments of people saying he should have won. I had to dig for the part, and of course, YouTube University did not let me down. It took a little bit of time, but someone did upload his whole part, not his part, excuse me, his whole contest run, and it was flawless. Super tech, big spin flip front board, kickflip front board, a lot of flip ins, flip outs, might have did a crooked grind, nollie varial flip out, super tech. Some of the stuff had some heel drags. You know when guys are doing nose slides and you slide and you wax it up, but that heel is still giving you that fingers on the chalkboard screech. It was a little bit of that mixed in there, but he killed it. And so the comments, even watching that part, I wouldn't have believed that it was a ninth place run, but it is what it is. I left in the comment on that same video that when it comes to contests, your sponsors matter, who you are matters, and your body of work matters. What I mean by that is, if it doesn't hurt you if you ride for Nike SB and Nike SB sponsors a contest, or if you ride for Monster and Monster is sponsoring the contest, or in this case, it was Red Bull sponsoring the contest. That never hurts, and it definitely never hurts when the team manager of said brand is judging the contest. Naturally, when you drop in, he wants to keep you happy, keep, the company happy for repping and all of that, so you're going to get 2 or 3 extra points. And I've been going to Tampa Am and Pro since probably 1996. I went when I rode for Acme Skateboards, 96, and I tried to get Acme to fly me out there. They said it was an East Coast contest, doesn't mean anything, doesn't matter. And so Rob Dotson, who was the team manager at Airwalk at the time, got me my first plane ticket, got me out to Tampa Am, qualified first, got the golden ticket, did not sleep at all that night. I was nervous. And needless to say, when the finals day came, I had the golden ticket, so it was straight through to the finals, and I bombed it. I landed probably 60-70% of my tricks, and the rest was history. Might have got 13th place. I don't know what it was, but it was definitely not a top 5 finish. Needless to say, my life didn't change. I had a little 2-page spread in Trans World, but I didn't walk away. I wasn't one of those success stories that walked away from Tampa Am or Tampa Pro with a list of sponsors, or, the Spitfire team manager business card and the Indy card. None of that stuff happened. I showed up, got my little photo in Trans World, but I digress. This isn't about me. The comment that I left was that your sponsors definitely matter, and somebody took offense to it. Some kid said, I've been skateboarding for a couple years now, and I'm appalled that you would say such a thing, and it doesn't work that way. This is skateboarding. And I didn't want to burst his bubble, and I definitely did not want to go back and forth and turn into a keyboard warrior. So I decided to record this episode and bring it to you in full detail and save my fingers from getting some carpal tunnel typing on this iPhone. And so I just had to lay down the law of the land and give the real deal Holyfield on what these contests consist of. A lot of times it's a lot of politics. And best believe if you are that hot guy, you just put out a video part that everyone's talking about, and you show up at the contest and decide to enter, definitely you're going to make it to the semifinals. Why? Because we need to sell tickets and get people in the building. And back in the day, that was not an issue. The contest will be sold out on Friday for the semifinals as well as the finals on Sunday. But things have changed. Everyone has cell phones. Everyone is on Instagram Live showing play-by-play action. They're on YouTube Live. They're Twitch streaming it live and direct. And for goodness sakes, we only have Thrasher, and they don't even cover the contest, not even on their website. So it is what it is. But needless to say, politics sometimes play a major part. And I've been at these contests and heard foreigners that have flown in from Europe, Spain, etc., kill it, barely scrape into the semifinals, and say, I'm never coming here again, as reality smacks them in the face and they see what it's about. For a select few, they could show up at contests, Tampa, any of the other ones, and rip, and it make a career for them. But it's not everybody. If you're in the select few, more power to you. Congratulations. I know Felipe Gustave, he showed up in Tampa, changed his life. And so it is what it is. But next up, the reality of contest skating is this. When you enter these contests, you have to know to step it up. The guy in question's name was Remco. He killed it, but he ended up in 9th place. And so I don't know. I would have had to been there, but I don't know if he did the same run all weekend. And you definitely can't do that and expect it to be a top run because everybody's seen it. Jagger Eaton ended up winning the contest. Jagger killed it. His style was flowing like water. He did everything. I mean, he kicked back lip around the bowl corner, clean back disaster slide around that corner. Big backside 180 grind over the whole pyramid, did its switch going the opposite way, flip in, flip out. It was all that with a bag of chips with the dip. Next up, you had Yuto, and it could have went either way, but I just think Jagger's transition skills and his ability to kill the quarter pipe switch and regular and not just do basic tricks, that was the nail in the coffin. And so just giving my advice when it comes to these contests, you want to have a first place, you want to have a qualifying run to get yourself into the semifinals, but slowly step it up. When you find out you made it to the semifinals and now you're trying to make it to the finals, swap out 2 or 3 tricks. And then if you're fortunate enough to make it to the finals, you got to bring your A game. Now you really have to step it up and pull out, all the works. Maybe not necessarily do a whole new run. It wouldn't hurt, but definitely step it up and do some stuff that the judges or the crowd hasn't seen. If you have one NBD that you could throw in there that no one has ever seen or has never been landed before, throw it out there. And that'll definitely get you some extra points and maybe have you standing up on that podium. But not having 2 or 3 ounces of stickers on your board largely can play a part on the final standings. It just is what it is. I'm just keeping it 100 with you, as the new generation says, keeping it 100. And so, hopefully this doesn't offend anybody. I'm just giving you the real. I'm not here to sugarcoat it. I know with skateboarding, it's this is skateboarding and, we all love each other and we're accepting. No. That is a lie. That is indeed a lie. It's politics, and more politics. It is middle school. It's a lot of men-child. It's a lot of naive individuals that just think it is what it isn't, but it is. You will come across people that only speak to you because you're sponsored. You have people that you'll meet that are only in your orbit for what they can get out of you. And then there's other people that will come into your orbit. They just want to skate with you so that you can essentially hook them up with the head person in charge at said brand. And they can get on. And then after they get on, they're done with you. It just is what it is. Skateboarding, the industry itself, it's like middle school. I don't even want to put that on middle school. I haven't been there in a while, but it's political. It's a lot of politics. And that's just what it is. It's a tough game, dirty game, but it is skateboarding. And that's why you have guys like Daewon Song who do not enter contests. And in fact, if you actually see him at one, it's Haley's Comet. You better, get that autograph and watch him rip in person because Daewon is amazing. And that is just what it is. So until next time, you guys know what to do. Keep the wheels rolling. See you on the other end of the Skate Escape. Be safe out there. Execute your visions. Peace.